The rest of the 4 agreements really start to fall into place once you've created what being impeccable with your word looks like. Not taking anything personally, I think, at its core is its love and loving yourself. If at my core I'm solid in my values, living in love and peace and pure joy, then what others do, I don't have to take it personally. But if I'm an empty vessel, then just like water, these things fall and fill the gap. So all that negativity falls into me. And I'm no longer immune to other people's opinions. And even if they're good opinions, they're other people's opinions. So what I want to do is fill it up with my own love and my own intentions and values. Earlier in my life, I didn't feel healthy or lovable. Well, it was much worse than that, but let's just leave it at that. Anything anyone said about me, I took personally. I could only be okay if someone said something nice about me, and let's be honest, I barely took that on either. I had no values on my own merit. What I love about the 4 agreements is that they are making sure I fill myself up with my own word, and I think that word is love. Then when people say good things about me or bad things about me, I can't really take either of them personally. I've learned that people say nice things about me for the work that I do, and I thought that was going to make me feel like such a better person, and it didn't. What makes me feel like a good person is that I feel good about what I'm doing now. And whether people say good or bad things about what I do, that's really, as long as it's in check with my heart. However, if I take it personally, it actually becomes another thing. Like if I think people say nice things to me, like I put that into my ego, and then it becomes actually outside of my heart or my values. Whereas instead, if I make a choice to be in a relationship with connecting with those people, instead of making it about my ego, now I've actually created a moment, and a moment for a real, true realization and healing. The same thing goes for when people say bad things, which I get a lot of that. What I've learned now is that the most people are in pain themselves, and the way they want to communicate through is through their pain. And so they see something that I do, and I have a big, quirky personality that can really rub people the wrong way. So my solution is that I ask them, is there anything I have done that I need to fix with that person or relationship? Either I might ask them directly, or if I think they can't handle that question, then I ask myself internally or my friends or my community. If not, then I learn to need to not take what they are saying personally, because it is not actually about me. How did I not start taking things personally is really a good question. So first, I established filling myself with my own love. Now, filling up yourself with your own love is a really nice, trite thing to say, but to really, with all those meditations and affirmations and all the things that we've been learning, those are actually the ways that I started to create self-love. And so that is the beginning stages. But for each of us, we have to come up with our own toolkit of what that looks like. So I learned to fill myself up with that self-love so I can feel whole and complete from the inside out, instead of trying to put stuff outside of me to make me feel better. This helps me connect with my community that really does love me, and then I really do love them, so I can let their love land on me and my love lands on them, which is how this all, I think, works. It's important that I still acknowledge when I've done things to harm other people. That's important that I keep that in my value. That way, when people want to say things that are harmful to me or do things that are harmful that I haven't done anything to, then I can know that I do not need to take anything personally, because I've already done my part to clean my side of any kind of street or anything that I've needed to do to clean that up. I'm realizing the more centered in this philosophy of just being me at my core and not being good or bad in any direction, this means I don't have my ego to get hurt or filled up with compliments or complaints from others. I just love myself as I am. And it's starting to get more where I just feel that sense of that. And it's a nice feeling. It is a really comfortable feeling, knowing that, sometimes people say things that are really nice about me, about something that I don't know if I'm as proud of. And then sometimes people say really horrible things about something I really am proud of. So the truth is, what people say or do, really, I don't have any control over that. So I better be okay with who I am and what I'm doing and how I'm going in the world. This is not about being perfect. This is about a day-to-day practice of creating relationships and connections with people, rather than the ego-based actions to fill an empty space within themselves or within ourselves, and that we can create real relationships. And I have to do that for myself first if I want that in others to do that with me. So how do you not take things so personally, and how do you fill yourself up with love so that you can sort of chart that waters a little bit better? So let me know. I'd love to hear on the Fighting for Joy community page on how you're doing this. I always love to hear new stories. See you then.